Every great city begins with water, but London began with a choke point. Strung across the marshy valley of the River Thames, some 50 miles upstream from the North Sea, the site offered two low hills on the north bank, the ideal crossing point for an empire. When Roman legions arrived in 43 CE, they did not build upon an empty clearing. They staked a claim on the gravel terraces and called it Londinium. The river here wasn't merely a scenic backdrop, it was a tidal highway, a commercial artery, and a natural moat. Over 2 millennia, the water dictated where merchants traded, where kings fortified their keeps, and how a collection of scattered marsh settlements fused into a polycentric metropolis without a single, defined center. Unlike continental capitals shaped by sweeping royal decrees or military fortifications, London grew through a persistent organic friction between two distinct hubs, the City and Westminster. The square mile, the ancient walled city, became an enclave of unfettered commerce, trade, and banking, guarding its medieval boundaries fiercely against monarchs and mayors alike. Just upstream, clustered around the bends of the river, the Crown and Parliament established a separate seat of governance. This dual personality defines the urban landscape to this day. You can trace this evolution not just in the great cathedrals and palaces, but down at the street level, where modern tarmac covers centuries of paving stones, Roman masonry, and industrial remnants left behind by the rise of the middle class. London's history is written in stone, but it was forged in fire. The Great Fire of 1666 swept away the tight, timber-framed medieval maze, clearing the slate for visionaries like Christopher Wren to carve out a new architectural vocabulary. Yet, despite grand designs, the city resisted total top-down planning. It swallowed villages, coaching inns, and common lands piece by piece, absorbing them into an intricate web of neighborhoods. Even the devastation of the mid-20th century Blitz could not erase its character. Instead, modern steel and glass rose directly beside surviving fragments of 2nd century Roman walls and Victorian infrastructure, creating an urban collage where the ancient and the everyday exist in plain sight. Today, millions traverse these streets daily, rushing between underground transit networks and glass-clad towers, entirely unaware of the microhistory ticking beneath their boots. London is a metropolis built of layers, of cast-iron water troughs, hidden plaster markers tucked into alleyways, and grand Victorian monuments standing shoulder to shoulder with forgotten remnants of wartime defense. It is a city that defies simple description because it is not one place, but a mosaic of 100 overlap. Beyond the postcard monuments, the streets themselves begin to tell a very different story.